everyone at Sambhav 22. Greetings from Australia. My name is Suzanne Whiteman from the Alstonville Dance Studio. I live in this beautiful regional town on the East Coast. Here in Australia, COVID restrictions have been lifted, but we're currently facing a fresh new wave. COVID put a stop to a disability arts research project known as The Last Avant-Garde. But at the same time, it gave life to a new artwork in the form of a disability pride mural. Today I'm going to show you some footage from both those projects, some with captioning, some with audio description, and I'm also welcoming you into my dance studio. Here I am at my studio working with my Little Dragons group. When we were locked down, we would bring nature inside every chance we had. So many rules for us to follow, and I tried to find creative ways to encourage social distancing, mask wearing, and hand sanitising, which was not always easy coming out of COVID. So like the rest of the world, we adapted our practice and even made a little film about it all. Here is some footage from that film.
The warning signs are everywhere, and the playgrounds are now shut. To stay safe, we have to distance, wash our hands a lot. Just breathing the air can be life-threatening for me. My friends locked away in my home, normal life has come to an
Last Avant-Garde is a disability research project led by my friend Kath Duncan. Creative workshops were held all around Australia in the hope of developing models for artists with disabilities. Today I'm showing you some footage from workshops in the Northern Territory and in Queensland. Together we collaborated and in both these workshops improvised. And as a dancer and theatre maker myself, wow, I had such a good time.
Hands fiddle with 3 objects resting on grey carpet. A twig with dry woody seed pods. A flaky grey rock. Collaborators sit, stand or lie around a room working solo or in small groups. A man sits cross-legged on the floor, face pressed into a length of red fabric which matches his red t-shirt. He tightly grabs onto the fabric, slams it down onto the floor, then presses it into his face again as if muffling a scream. Sitting in a manual wheelchair, Carolyn Bowditch holds the Sturt Desert Pea in one hand and probes its form with the other, fingers tracing around the sharp petals. She nods slightly and shrugs, then places it down. She forms a triangle with the fingers and thumbs of both hands, then draws it from side to side across her chest. She rolls her shoulders back, then exhales, gaze fixed downward. A man with glasses lies face down, tattooed arms extended before him. One hand forms a loose claw that opens and closes jerkily. The other holds a pen, grasping its tip with bunched fingers. The hand guides the pen across a notepad in arcing bursts of motion. His gaze flicks between the claw and the pen. The woman moving with the cane user is now bent at the waist and squatting slightly, face near the cane's tip, still tracking its movement to and fro. A photographer lies on her stomach beside them to capture the moment. A collaborator sits cross-legged at left, a white pipe hoisted over his shoulders at its tip. The length of the pipe droops down beside him and he struggles to stand, the pipe totally unbalanced on the fulcrum of his shoulders. He takes ginger steps forward, creating a large right-angle triangle formed by the pipe, his body, and the floor. As he moves, the pipe's tip moves as well, the pipe's length taking up a vast, clear space on the floor. This time, one flattens the other against a wall, using a pipe. She spreads her arms wide, then high, and the pipe wielder scans it up her body to her fingertips, then back down to her heels. Then she hooks a leg over it, pressing her weight through the pipe and rolling the body forward. Fade to black.
My friend Larissa McFarlane came out of COVID spreading her disability pride message and creating a unique street art. I've been doing handstands with Larissa since we first met, and these are featured throughout her work, along with her favourite disability advocates and mentors. On the day of filming, Larissa tested positive for COVID, so along came our friend, artist Billy Parsons, and her dog Tui, and I asked her what she thought about the Disability Pride Wall.
This is a new Disability Pride Wall, so it's the first time in the city of Melbourne that they've had this, and it's to show how far we've come, but how far we have to go, but it gives us the strength to see the people that have come before us. As an artist, I appreciate the style, the vaulting from what would be a normal etching to big pieces on the wall like this, oversized but standing out. I particularly love there's an Indigenous flag up high on the wall here. It's a beautiful piece of work and it looks like it's in really good condition, and I think that time's on its side. If that be the case, I think that people are letting it be, and you know, you might have to get up close to read the messages, but that's the idea, is getting up close and not being afraid of disability and what it contains. I think as an artist, showing disability pride through artwork is probably inspirational at the least. I think that it's imperative that although we feel ourselves at the fringes of society, that in fact we're immersed right in the middle of it, agitating as we go, for difference, for change, for the opportunity to show what we can do, or just making that opportunity happen for ourselves. Disability pride is something you only gather by practicing. So being gentle to yourself, looking after your friends, being proud of who you are as a person and what you have to offer the world, and not being ashamed of that. I think that's what disability pride is.
Thank you everyone for watching my presentation today. It was such a shame we didn't get to meet again in person, but hoping next year we can do it.
I stare at you, staring at me. I cannot tell you what I mean, so I'll sing, I'll shout, I'll yell and let it all out. Can you hear me? Let me see. Do you get me as I speak? An invisible wall is in the way. Do you get what I say? I'm looking at you in the face. A smile from you lets me know I'm safe.
All right, cool.